I wanted to do a video basically on mammies. And I'm gonna do the video over again because I got a little distracted. But yeah. I want to talk about this video I saw pertaining to Cynthia G. She had a video pertaining to a black man who basically brandished a gun at some woman that he was trying to get attention from, but was not interested in. She was not interested in him. Um, I think people always like to expose black men this way. And you could see, people like that like to expose black men when it pertains to white women, you know, and things of that nature. And it's like, from my perspective, it's like, you guys always point out what the black man did, but you never point out how it got there and who supported him all this time in the black community when it came to black women. Specifically, it is always a black mammy, a pygmy who is constantly trying to support behavior just like that against other women. Now, the thing is, how do they do this? It's because, for example, mammies get triggered. They get triggered often, okay? They're very insecure, they don't have any standards. All they ever do is basically try and find ways to accept any man that comes their way, basically. And, you know, even if they don't even come their way, try to bring them towards them in any possible way that they can manage to do that. Now, the thing is with that is that many of the time, you see, with black women, with mixed women, and so forth, black men often react very violently and, dangerously against black and mixed and white women and women that they prefer over other women, as basically, they act very violently if they reject them. They don't want them, you know. And the thing is, it's not just that they act violent. Why do they act violent? Why do they think it's okay behavior to act that way? The reason why is because of mammies. And the reason why that is because mammies will, one, get really triggered by the fact that he's interested in other women and prefers other women over him. I mean, over her, sorry. And so, because of that, she will always try and cover for him. She will always try and make it where when he is misbehaving and acting in a very violent manner, she tries to stick up for him. One, so she can get his favor. Two, because she doesn't like the thought of the fact that he prefers another woman over her. And the thing is with that is, now she is actually more angry at her, the other woman, than him for acting up, being very angry at the fact that this woman rejected him and now he's choosing someone else and hoping, that she is picked, basically. So, to me, from my perspective, it's just like, you are talking about black men acting violently over rejection, but you have to remember who made them that way. A lot of the time, mammies just like her don't really reject, basically. They don't believe in rejecting men, black men. They take whatever comes their way, basically. They don't know how to really have standards, one. They don't even know how to get a man who they actually want. It's just about what man wants them. I don't know why they're that way, but that's how they think, basically. And so, you know, when that happens, it's just like, they basically aid and abet that kind of behavior. They condone that behavior, basically, where they basically act like those men are supposed to, act that way. And the woman was in the wrong, and that's why he acted up. They're always making excuses. They're always caping, as they say. you know. And so it's like, he didn't just get this way overnight. You actually created him. On top of it, who is raising him? Who is raising him? A mammy. A mammy is raising him. And if you look at mammies and how they always behave very violently. They behave where they can't control themselves, and they behave very aggressively. And then they teach their children, male and female, to act aggressively, to act basically where they can't control themselves, to act as if, they are basically very violent. Then they wonder why they always end up in correction facilities. When it's like, of course you do, because you don't know how to control yourself. Someone else is going to control you for you. That's not against black people. That's against the fact that you can't control yourself and all you see yourself as is an animal. Well, animals in our society are controlled by the law, by a zookeeper, by somebody. They're not just allowed to just roam freely and cause havoc on society. So that's just how I see it. It's like people focus so much on black men, but you don't realize, how do you think that they came to this conclusion that it was okay to behave this way, to behave where they cannot handle any type of rejection? The reason they came to this solution was because basically they were told by other black women that it's acceptable to act this way. So that's all I really have to say on that. Thanks for watching, and bye.